I didn't expect Pu Cheng's legendary richest man to know how to fight. No wonder every assassin sent after you all these years failed. But now that you've run into me, your luck ends here. Plenty of people have tried to kill me. Who the hell do you think you are? Hey, Boss Zhen, we've got the troublemakers under control. We've also notified the local authorities. Boss Zhen, are you really stepping away for good? But what about Genshin Group? All those people out there and all these businesses. The rules stay the same. Anyone who crosses the line gets dealt with. But starting today, I don't want to see any of those people again. Boss Zhen, you want to go see the two boys? Yifei and Ming Cheng. Sir, Yifei's been looking for connections lately. He's trying to get in with our group. Ming Cheng is still selling vegetables at the market. Before he died, he grabbed my hand and told me not to drag the boys into this life. I've kept my word all these years. I never let them know who I really am. And I never let them get involved in dirty business. But someone has to take over the group eventually. Want me to give them a heads up first? No. What I want to see is how they treat me when nobody knows who I am. And from today on, stop calling me Boss Zhen. This time, I'm just an old man looking for a place to stay with his son. As for who gets Genshin Group, that'll depend on whether they can prove themselves. Genshin, don't let the boys turn into you. Who are you looking for? Building 8, Unit 1. Shen Yifei. Call him. Hey, Dad. The old house is leaking, so I'm coming into the city for a few days. Why all of a sudden? I'll come down and get you. Dad? Why'd you come dressed like that? It was a long trip. I wanted to be comfortable. This isn't back home. Important people come and go here. You could have at least cleaned yourself up a little. Let's go upstairs. This way. Why aren't we using the front entrance? Dad, the front entrance is crowded today. Dressed like that, it's kind of awkward. This way's faster. And Manly is a clean freak. You've been traveling all day and you're covered in dust. Let's take the service elevator so you don't dirty the floors. Dad, don't take it the wrong way. I'm doing this for you too. If the neighbors ask, I'll have to explain. Explain what? Explain? You're my dad. That's not what I meant. I just mean you came straight from the countryside and you don't exactly fit in here. All right, let's go up. Honey, is that the delivery? What are you doing here? Dad said the old house is leaking, so he wants to stay in the city for a few days. A few days? Where are we supposed to put him? Yifei, you knew my parents were coming today and you still let him show up now? The whole place is going to smell. What are my parents supposed to think? Besides, aren't you about to discuss that deal with Genshin Group? At a time like this, how can we have the house looking like a mess? Dad, sit down first. I'm not sitting. I just want to ask one thing. Can I stay here for a few days? Dad, it's not that I don't want you here. I've just been really busy. I'm negotiating a major project with Genshin Group and Manly's parents are coming to help me make connections. It'd be inconvenient if you stayed here. How would I be inconvenient? Dad, do I really have to spell it out? If people see you here, it'll affect me. I'm not that guy scraping by in the countryside anymore. I'm trying to move up. You can't keep holding me back. I understand. Mom, Dad, you're finally here. Come in. We already got your room ready. You got it ready? We're planning to stay for a while this time. Stay as long as you want. Make yourselves at home. This is your place too. Ha ha ha. What's that smell? What else could it be? He brought it in from the countryside. This is my dad. Oh, your adoptive father who's always lived out in the country? Yes. Why'd he come now? He said the house is leaking and wants to stay a few days. But where do we have room for him? Mom, Dad, you're staying in the room next to the master bedroom. Well, that's unfortunate. Dad, you see? It's not that I don't want you to stay. We really don't have a spare room. Your in-laws can stay as long as they want. But I can't stay 2 days. That's different. My parents came to help Yifei. They know people in the city and can introduce him to the right connections. What about you? What can you do? Besides taking up space, what are you good for here? Sir, raising a family isn't easy for your son. As his elder, you should be more understanding. Don't dump every little problem on him. Yifei is trying to move up in the world now. The people he deals with aren't your small town crowd. You need to know your place. Dad, I don't feel good. Don't be scared. We're almost at the hospital. Dad, when I grow up, I'm gonna take really good care of you. And after he grew up, he became the first person to think I was dirty. I understand. Dad, you do what you need to do. I won't cause you any more trouble. Are you crazy? My parents are still here. Why are you chasing after him? Dad, what are you doing here? It's freezing outside. Come in. Dad's here. Come inside. Come inside. What are you standing there for? Get Dad some hot water. Dad, have you eaten? We just finished cooking. Sit down and I'll get you a bowl. No thanks, I'm not hungry. You can't just skip dinner. Dad, did Yifei refuse to let you stay? The old house is leaking. I wanted to stay in the city for a few days. Then stay. Why would you even have to ask? Yeah, Dad. Stay as long as you want. Ming Cheng, clear out our room for Dad tonight. Okay, I'll make a bed for you on the floor. You don't have to go through all that. I can sleep anywhere. No way. You're my dad. No fancy appearances, no schemes. This bowl of soup means more than all of Shen Yifei's polite talk. Dad, this blanket is warm. Use this one tonight. What are you two doing? We're young. Sleeping on the floor is no big deal. Ming Cheng, money's pretty tight for you, isn't it? We're doing okay. We're not going hungry. How much is the market stall rent each month? Wait, 100. Produce prices depend on the season. They've been a little high lately. Dad, don't worry. Julian and I can manage. Once things calm down, I'll make more deliveries to restaurants and bring in a little extra money. Have you ever thought about asking Yifei for help? I asked once. He said he was just getting started and had it tough too, so I never brought it up again. We're grown men. Even if life is hard, we can get through it. Dad, have some hot water. That's just how Mingcheng is. He hates bothering people. Being poor isn't the worst thing. Being poor in spirit is. All right, don't get up too early tomorrow. I can move the vegetables myself. How could I do that? Now that Dad's here, I've got even more reason to get up early and cook. How much money do we have left for produce? Enough to sell tomorrow and restock afterward. Keep an eye on Dad for me. Don't let him feel uncomfortable here. I know. No phone calls, no fighting, no one waiting for one word from me to decide who lives or dies. After all these years, I'm finally home. Dad, take your time coming out. I'll get the cart down first. Ma'am, it's $3.50 a pound. If you buy more, I'll give you a better price. You're an honest kid. That's how you keep customers coming back. Dad, sit here and rest. Don't stay on your feet all day. Dad, what are you doing here? I'm staying with Mingcheng, so of course I came by to see his stall. So this is your brother's stall. You came looking for me, what's up? Bro, didn't I tell you about the demolition a few days ago? Supervisor Zheng came in person today to get a final answer. Just sign over the house. I told you yesterday. 5,000 yuan. No way. The house may be old, but it's still a real home. The neighbors are all getting offered more than that. They're them, you're you. Your location isn't great, and the house is old. 5,000 yuan is already us doing you a favor. Doing me a favor? This is robbery. Watch your mouth, ma'am. This is a company project, not haggling at a vegetable stall. Bro, don't be stupid. Zhenshan Group is developing this whole area. Signing early is in your best interest. Besides, what's the point of hanging on to that dump? Take the money, move out, and save yourself the trouble. That's my home. It's not a dump. Bro, I'm doing this for your own good. Supervisor Zheng came personally as a favor to me. Don't make this hard for me. A favor to you? You're using your brother's house to score points for yourself, and you call that helping him? Old man, who are you? Wasn't he clear enough? I'm their father. Ha 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 ha. Father? Some guy from the countryside? Big talk for an old man. Yifei, I'm just saying, you're finally connected with Zhenshan Group. Why is your family still such a mess? You should really get these relatives under control. Tomorrow Dad, can you stop making trouble here? You're old enough to know how the world works. This isn't the old days of farming and selling grain. I fought hard for this chance to get in with Zhenshan Group. Making a scene at my place yesterday wasn't enough? Now you're here embarrassing me again. How can you talk to him like that? When has Dad ever embarrassed you? He's an old man who came in from the countryside with nowhere to stay. If you won't help him, fine. Son, my family business is none of your concern. You two can barely keep yourselves afloat. Don't drag everyone else down with you. Shen Yifei, who are you talking about? Am I wrong? You cling to that dump, sell a few lousy vegetables, and that's all you'll ever amount to. I'm giving you a chance, and you won't take it. Now you're dragging Dad into your stupidity, too. Last time I'm saying this, sign it. 5,000 yuan hits your account today. After today, the offer changes. I'm not signing. Say that again. I said I'm not signing. Not 1 cent less. Fine. So you want to do this the hard way. Everybody get in here. Call the police. Mingcheng! What are you trying to do? Nothing. Just making sure you understand who calls the shots in Pucheng. Zhenshan Group runs this whole area now. If you won't move, we'll move you ourselves. Bro, just sign it. Don't let this get ugly. Supervisor Zheng, we can negotiate the demolition, but you can't force people like this. This house is all our family has. Where are we supposed to go with 5,000 yuan? Where you go is none of my problem. Take the money and leave. That's me being generous. You still can't hit people. Get lost. Shut your mouth, woman. Don't touch my wife. What if I do? Old man, let go of me. Old man, you dare touch my people? I'll do more than touch him. Anyone takes one more step, I'll put them down too. We tried being nice. Get him. Oh! Watch out! Whoa! That old man knows how to fight. A bunch of useless idiots. This is the country old man you told me about? Dad, are you insane? Do you know whose men you just hit? Supervisor Zhou represents Zhenshan Group. So what if you can fight? These days, money, power, and connections are what matter. So you brought outsiders here to trash your brother's home? What outsiders? I'm doing this for my future. My brother doesn't understand how things work, and now you're being stubborn too. What? Spending your whole life in a dump selling rotten vegetables is something to be proud of? At least he didn't sell out his own family for a career. Old man, just you wait. This isn't over. So what if you can fight? You crossed President Zhou. Your whole family's going to pay for it. Get out. Fine. If you've got guts, stay right here. Dad, you really screwed me this time. Dad. Pack up the stall. We're going home. Dad. Those moves back there. Did you used to train in martial arts? I worked the fields when I was young. I was strong. That wasn't just strength. Those guys were armed. Yeah, Dad. The way you fought looked like you'd had real training. When I was young, I had to survive out there. Got into a few fights. After enough of them, you learn. Maybe we should just give up the house. What did you say? Hear me out! They were willing to bring men to the market today. Tomorrow they'll come smash our door in. We can handle it, but Dad's too old to get dragged into this. Why don't we give them the house? You and I can rent somewhere back in the countryside for now, then figure things out when this blows over. Absolutely not. That house is our home. Why should we give it up? But how are you going to fight them? They've got people, a company, and Genshin Group behind them. If Dad hadn't been there today, what do you think would have happened to us? We are not giving up the house, and you two won't have to fight this yourselves. Go get some sleep. I'll take care of this. Dad, this is serious. I said, I'll take care of it. Hello, it's me. Check something for me. Who's in charge of the East Old Street demolition project? Yes, sir. Give me a moment. I'll check right now. Found it. A project team under Zenshan Properties is handling it. The supervisor is Zheng Biao. And who's in charge of the project? Zhou Dai. He's my son, Mr. Shen. I only let him work at the company to gain experience. I never thought he'd dare. You never thought he'd skim compensation money, force people out and send thugs to the market? That's what you call never thought? Check the books, contracts, and compensation lists right now. Who signed what? Who took the money and who threatened the residents? I want every name. And tomorrow morning you come to Pucheng yourself and explain this to my face. Yes, sir. Open the door. Open up or I'll smash it down. What do you want? Shen Mingcheng. If you don't give us an answer today, nobody in your family is going to have an easy time. So you're the old man who can fight. Zheng Biao. Real impressive. You couldn't even handle an old man like this. Mr. Zhou, there's something seriously off about this old guy. Off! Nobody in Pucheng is crazier than me. This dump of a place and you think you're in any position to negotiate with Genshin Group? You're trying to steal a house for 5,000 yen and don't want anyone calling it robbery? Ask anyone around here who dare say I'm robbing them. I'm not here to talk money today. I'm here to settle what happened when you beat up my men yesterday. You brought them here? I just didn't want things to get any worse. So you brought them to block your brother's front door? Dad, can you be realistic for once? If my brother won't sign, they won't let this go. Instead of dragging it out and losing even more, he should just accept it now. Besides, we're not even biological brothers. Why should I sacrifice my future for him? Dad? You always said people have to rely on themselves. You couldn't give me a good life, so I had to fight for one myself. What did I do wrong? Fine. Are you done? Old man, I don't have time for your family drama. You hit my men yesterday. Today you're getting on your knees and apologizing, and this house gets signed over today. You hit me? Get him! Beat him half to death! Dad, don't move! Get up! I told you to get lost yesterday. You didn't listen, so today you're not leaving. Who the hell are you? That kind of presence. He's no ordinary old man. Who is he really? Ha ha ha! Dad, you're finally here. Hurry up and have someone deal with this old bastard. He hit me! Dad? Boss Chen. Boss Chen. This? Boss Jen, Secretary Zhou, has everything prepared. Please come to the courtyard. Let's go. Boss Jen, I failed to keep watch. I didn't manage this properly, and I failed to control the people under me. My son, too. Please punish me. Where are the books? You checked everything? Yes. The actual compensation for Genshan Properties East District project was far above 5,000 yuan. Zhou Tai and Zheng Biao secretly altered the lists, lowered payouts, and pocketed the difference. They also hired thugs to intimidate residents and force them out. All the evidence is here, so it wasn't that we were unlucky. These people were after our money from the start. Take them to the police. Whoever deserves prison goes to prison. Whoever owes damages pays them. Shut down the entire East District project and investigate it from top to bottom. Dad, save me. I didn't know. I swear I didn't know he was Boss Jen. I just lost my head for a moment. And you still dare say that? I sent you to the company to learn, not to use Genshan Group's name to do evil. Boss Jen, I was wrong. I really was. Please give me one more chance. I swear I'll never do it again. Mr. Zhou made me do all of it. I was just carrying out orders. Please let me go this once. Dad. Explain. You're my dad. The man I personally threw out was the very man I'd been desperate to get close to. Let's talk inside. His son gets hauled off and Boss Jen starts cleaning house. The whole group is about to get shaken to its core. Dad, who are you really? Zhou Bingyan wasn't mistaken. The Boss Jen they all talk about. That's me. More than 20 years ago, I made a name for myself in Pucheng. Step by step, I built Genshin Group. Back then, I didn't think there was anything wrong with that life until your mother died. She didn't die in a hospital bed or in some accident. She died in a gang fight meant for me. She took the hit for me and never made it. From that day on, I knew that road might look glamorous, but it was filthy. Before she died, she begged me not to let you boys get involved in any of it. So all these years, I raised you out in the open while I stayed in the shadows. I let you grow up like ordinary people, not because I couldn't give you more, but because I didn't want you turning into me. So this time you came back, just to see us? I'm tired. I don't want to keep carrying it anymore. Someone has to take over Genshin Group. I can hand over the family fortune, but I can't hand over the poison with it. That's why I came back to see you both. This wasn't just a trip home, it was a test of character. Dad, have you been suffering all these years? I made the right choice. It's all in the past now. Ming-Cheng, I want you to join Zenshan Group. Me? I can't do that. Dad, I sell vegetables for a living. I can't even do the numbers as fast as your secretary. How am I supposed to run a corporation? I can barely stand wearing a suit, let alone sitting in meetings and negotiating projects. You can learn what you don't know. Nobody is born knowing everything, but not everyone has principles. You've been poor, you've struggled, and you've been pushed around. So you know what shouldn't be done and what money shouldn't be made. That's worth more than knowing how to talk like a businessman. Dad, this is too big. I'm afraid I can't handle it. If you can't, I'll teach you. I'll help Ming-Cheng too. Dad, Ming-Cheng isn't greedy, but he's no coward either. If you truly want to hand him this responsibility, he'll learn. Dad, I'll try, but let me say this first. I'm not doing it for the money. I know. If you were doing it for money, I wouldn't have chosen you. What's wrong? Did things work out with Supervisor Joe? My dad is Boss Jen. Who did you say? Boss Jen. The Boss Jen everyone in Puchang talks about. That's my dad. Stop joking. Your dad? Looking like that? No way. Are you serious? He's really the true owner of Zenshan Group? It's true. Secretary Joe showed up with a whole convoy and called him Boss Jen in front of everyone. Zhou Tai and Zheng Biao have already been taken away. Then why are you still standing here? Go find Dad. Why would I go find him? Are you stupid? He's Boss Zhen. Zenshan Group belongs to him and you're his son. What are you afraid of? No matter what happened before, it was still just a family fight. Fathers and sons don't stay enemies forever. Go apologize. Say a few nice things. You really think he'd abandon you? But yesterday What about yesterday? It's not like you killed him. Besides, didn't he spoil you the most when you were little? If you really humble yourself, you think he won't soften up? If I'd known, I would have treated him like royalty yesterday. And you? What were you thinking, taking him through the service elevator? You're the one who complained he was dirty first. If you hadn't been making snide comments next to me, would I have acted like that? And now you're blaming me? If you had any common sense in the first place, a couple comments from me couldn't have made you act that way. Listen to me. Tomorrow morning we go to Zenshan Group. Bring some fruit, keep your head down, and apologize first. If he chews you out, take it. Once he cools off, then bring up the family business. The family business? Obviously. You're really going to stand there and let Shen Mingcheng, a vegetable seller, walk away with a fortune? You're the more capable one. You have a job, experience, and people skills. There's no way it should go to him. Boss Jen, the position arrangements and training plan you requested are ready. Where's Ming-Cheng? I have someone showing him around the different departments. Tell reception downstairs that if anyone comes tomorrow claiming to be my son and daughter-in-law looking for me, let them come up. Make them wait. I want to see just how greedy people can get. When we see Dad smile first, don't act all stiff. Got it. Please wait here, both of you. Mr. Shen is a little busy right now. Mr. Shen will see you now. Dad, yesterday was all a misunderstanding. We came specially to apologize. And really, you have such a huge identity and kept it from us this whole time. That's why the family ended up fighting like this. Yifei has always cared about you. He felt awful all night yesterday, right? Yifei. Dad, I lost my head yesterday and said things I shouldn't have. Please don't take it to heart. Don't take it to heart? Then where should I take it? To the service elevator? Out the front door? Or back to that moment when even explaining that I was your father seemed like a burden? Dad, let's not bring up the past anymore. At the end of the day, we're family. Now that we all know who you are, some things should be put on the table. Like what? Like the family assets. Dad, I know I was wrong yesterday, but I'm still your son. Zenshan Group is huge. You can't possibly leave everything to one person. If we're talking ability and filial duty, I should have a share too. Filial duty? You're talking to me about that now? Where was it when you brought people to smash your brother's door? Where was it when you said I was dirty and embarrassing? Where was it when I stood at your door asking to stay 2 nights and you led me to the service elevator? Yesterday at the market, you sided with outsiders for your career and stepped on your own brother. Where was your filial duty then? Dad, Yifei is young. Young people make mistakes. But he's capable. Abandoning your father and trampling your brother counts as ability now? I raised you because I chose to. I don't owe you anything. And Zenshan Group will never be handed to someone who can step on his own father and brother. From today on, you have nothing to do with Zenshan Group. And don't ever use my name again. Dad, get out! So biased. This time he isn't just angry. He really crossed me off the board. Boss Jen, the auditors worked through the night. Besides the East District project, 2 other sites under Zhou Tai also have problems. Fake contracts, withheld compensation, payments to hired muscle. It was all hidden through phony accounts. They used other people's blood and sweat to make themselves look respectable. 100 deaths wouldn't be enough. There's more. To win the follow-up contracts for the East District project, Shen Yifei privately treated Zheng Biao to dinner several times and promised he could convince Ming Cheng to sign. He also gave them the exact address for yesterday's confrontation. He knew that was our family home and still did it. He never saw us as family at all. I gave him a chance. What about legal? They've prepared to file suit. The police are following up too. Then handle it all together. Anyone involved in this gets investigated. No exceptions, including Shen Yifei. I can raise him, but I won't enable him. If he took part, he pays the price. Understood. The East District project is suspended. Zhou Tai is removed from duty and referred to the authorities. Zheng Biao and everyone else involved will be handled as well. Recalculate all compensation and allow full review. Mr. Li, didn't we already have a deal? Mr. Shen, I'm really sorry. The group made a last-minute adjustment. Maybe we'll have a chance to work together another time. No, wait. Mr. Shen, our partnership is canceled. Mr. Shen, approval on your loan has been put on hold. Shen, let me give you some advice. You'd better keep a low profile for a while and stay away from Zenshin Group. Well, is Dad still angry? Heh, it's fine. Just keep going back. You'll make up eventually. The Zenshin Group deal is gone. 2 other clients pulled out too. Now everyone is avoiding me. How did this happen to me? How did it happen? Weren't you the one who said fathers and sons never stay mad overnight? Weren't you the one who said one apology would fix everything? Well, now we got none of the inheritance. And you're about to lose your job too. Why are you yelling at me? Did I tell you to take him through the service elevator? Did I tell you to side with Zheng Biao and step on your brother? In the end, you're the one who was blind. You're no better. Who complained yesterday that he smelled and might dirty your floors? Who heard he wanted to stay and practically wanted to slam the door in his face? Now that he's rich and powerful, suddenly he's family again. Zhang Manli, you're even more calculating than I am. What's wrong with being practical? At least I'm practical for this family. What about you? If you're so capable, then go get the benefits back. Yifei, you can't be so impulsive. You offended a backer that powerful. What are you going to do now? If we'd known, we would have acted differently. We thought you had really made connections with Zhenshan Group, and it turns out you couldn't even recognize your own father. Mom, why are you blaming Yifei now? If I don't blame him, who should I blame? We came here hoping to benefit from your success, not go down with you. Why is the recorded area for this elderly couple's home short? It's short by 8 square meters. Brother Ming Cheng, the staff below were careless. It's not a big issue. Under the old standard, we just add a few thousand later and move on? No. However much was undercounted gets recalculated. Whatever they're owed, we pay. Not a cent less. Brother Ming Cheng, little issues like this used to be ignored. That was then. Starting today, no more. Boss Zhen, young Master Ming Cheng is steadier than I expected. Here's the full compensation breakdown for the East District project. Review it first, then we'll go to the site. Boss Zhen said you should start by learning the hardest area, the one where mistakes can't happen. Almost done. When I sold vegetables, all I had to count was weight. Now I understand that one wrong number here can hurt an entire family. Take your time. You never dealt with this before. The fact that you're willing to learn this carefully already puts you ahead of a lot of people. I'm just afraid I'll embarrass Dad. Because you're afraid of that, you'll be more careful. The people who aren't afraid are the ones most likely to cause trouble. So that's the guy Boss Zhen personally brought in. I heard he used to sell vegetables. A vegetable seller gets to manage projects now? Who was responsible for the floor area figures for the 32 households in Zone B? I was. Did you review this form? You reviewed it and still signed it? Out of those 32 households, 11 of them had their added-on floor area uniformly classified as storage space. Tell me, whose actual bedroom is a storage room? We need to go back to the company and verify it again with the person in charge. Who handled the recheck for the 32 households in Zone B? Our team did. 11 of the 32 households had their added floor area classified across the board as storage space. Whose real bedroom is a storage room? The field survey staff were careless. Careless? Funny how the carelessness only hurts residents and never the company. I sold vegetables for years, so I know what ordinary people want. They aren't asking you to give them extra. They just don't want you cheating them to their faces. Starting today, redo every review. Make the process public, the amounts public, and the names public. Set up a tip box and hotline. Anyone who touches compensation money gets fired the moment we find out. Young Master Ming Cheng, what you said today was more useful than what some people say after 10 years in meeting rooms. Uncle Joe, don't tease me. I just said what I really thought. That's enough. I've never wanted the person who's best at making money. I want someone who knows which money should never be made. Forged contracts, stolen compensation, violent pressure to sign. We have hard evidence for every charge. Zhenshan Group didn't get this far because someone could talk big. It got here because we had rules. But some people used my name to kick down ordinary people's doors and bleed them dry. Keeping people like that around is asking for disaster. Starting today, Zhou Tai's entire faction is out. Every related line of business gets reviewed, and I'm getting old. Starting today, the group begins a full transition. Anything dirty gets cut off completely. Boss Jen, isn't this happening a little too fast? Too fast? If we don't move now, they'll drag the Zhenshin name through the mud for good. One more thing. After I step back behind the scenes, Shen Mingcheng will enter the core leadership team, handle day-to-day management, and train under Zhou Bingyan as my eventual successor. Boss Jen, young Master Mingcheng's character is beyond question, but the group is huge. He still lacks experience. I'm choosing a successor. I'm not choosing whoever makes the most money. I'm choosing the person who knows what money should never be made. People who know how to make money, the group has plenty of them. What we're short on are people who can hold the line. Skills can be learned, but someone without principles can't learn them. Ha! This is my last chance. I want to see Dad. What is it, Dad? I was wrong. I really know I was wrong. My company is gone, the deals are gone, and Manly and I fight every day. These past few days, I finally understood everything. I was blinded by ambition. I looked down on the poor and chased status. I treated my own family like they didn't matter. But I've called you Dad all these years. Please give me one more chance. You didn't lose to Mingcheng, you lost to yourself. I gave you a chance. I stood at your door with an old bag on my back, asking for only 2 nights. If you'd had even a little humanity then, none of this would have happened. But you didn't. You thought I was dirty and embarrassing. You looked down on your poor brother and saw this family as a threat to your future. You're not sorry because you were wrong. You're sorry because you lost your bet. Forget Zhenshan Group. You won't get the family assets either. But for the sake of all these years as father and son, I won't destroy you. Zhou Bingyan will arrange an ordinary job, enough for you to support yourself. If you want it, work hard. If not, go make your own way. But from now on, you will never use Zhenshan Group's name again, and you won't come back to interfere. I understand. Now this feels like a family. Money doesn't hold a family together. People do. It's over. What do you mean it's over? What did Dad say? There has to be some room to turn this around. Forget Zhenshan Group, and forget the inheritance, but you're his biological son. All he'll do is have Secretary Zhou arrange an ordinary job for me. Take it if I want it. If not, go make my own way. An ordinary job? You didn't beg him? Yifei, say something! Dad, no matter how badly Yifei messed up, he's still your son. Isn't this punishment a little harsh? I gave him more chances than he deserved. The fact that he still has a way to make a living is because I remember he's my son. But I will never give him power again. I can make sure he survives, but I won't let him gamble his future on blood ties. Family is family. The group is the group. Chairman, senior management has made the final decision. Go ahead. Young Master Mingcheng has officially been placed on Zhenshin Group's core leadership development track. Starting tomorrow, young Master Mingcheng will formally take charge of a new project. What project? Didn't we just finish cleaning up compensation issues in the East District? The East District was only the beginning. This problem is tougher and more complicated. You'll be handling trouble at the group level on your own. It's already decided. Starting tomorrow, you won't just be observing. You'll be taking real responsibility. Mingcheng, about the East District project. I heard you wrapped up the East District matter pretty well, but that was still just the small work of checking compensation payments. At meetings at our level, we're talking about major projects with real money on the line. You'll have to learn the process and the rules from scratch. Exactly. The experience you got doing business at a vegetable market probably won't get you very far in our group. You should watch and listen for now. Don't rush to get involved. Hey, that's not fair. If the chairman put Mingcheng on the core development track, then he's here to do real work. Mingcheng, the group happens to have several new mixed-use commercial developments in planning. If you think you're ready, pick one and get some practice. But let me warn you, these waters are deep. If you screw it up, the losses will be counted in hundreds of millions. Mr. Gu, I don't understand commercial complexes, and I don't understand all your complicated procedures. That's why I don't want to touch those polished, packaged projects. If the chairman brought me here to do real work, I don't want to just read reports and review compensation. I want to start with the most practical projects, the ones most likely to have real problems. Wherever the trouble is, wherever residents are most unhappy, that's where I want to go and deal with the real thing. Mingcheng, going to the front line looking for trouble isn't something you solve by shouting a few slogans. However the mess comes down, I'll take the weight of it. Young Master Mingcheng, if that's your decision, this is perfect timing. Here's the issue list from the West Suburb Resettlement Housing Project. It's been sitting unresolved for a while, the residents are furious, and the situation could blow up at any time. Take a look. Zhenshan Group is here to go through the motions again, huh? Go look at those buildings yourselves. We waited for years and this death trap is what you hand us? Everyone calm down. Mr. Shen came here specifically to lead the way. I want to see your apartments myself. We even had to pay extra out of pocket for the difference in floor area, and this is the kind of place we get? Who would dare accept it? Young man, we two old folks emptied our retirement savings to cover the price difference for this apartment. Give us a straight answer. Is this place safe to live in or not? Is it going to collapse? This isn't just a complaint on paper. This is the rest of their lives. What do you think? I carefully checked several of the cracks. This is definitely not normal construction tolerance, and it doesn't look like natural cracking. There's probably a serious problem with the materials used in these buildings. Young man, we spent everything we had on this place so we'd have somewhere to live when we're old. Now we're scared to even walk through the door. Young master, something's wrong here. The materials may be defective. Secretary Joe, notify everyone immediately. Freeze the inspection and acceptance process. Nothing moves forward. Young master, under the original schedule, we're supposed to sign off and hand the units over very soon. Until we know the cause, nobody moves forward under the original schedule. Ming Cheng, you just took over the project. Being cautious is good, but you need to understand what happens if you stop delivery. Once handover is frozen, residents get even angrier. Compensation, public backlash, schedule losses, they all pile up. The whole project could be dragged under. There are cracks in more than one wall. If the materials are defective, these buildings are unsafe. That still doesn't mean you blow this up on day one. Contain the issue first, make sure delivery goes smoothly, then deal with the rest. And if we hand unsafe homes to residents and something happens, who's taking responsibility? Dad, we can't bury this. You're handling it now. You decide. Put everything on hold. Reinspect immediately. Run spot checks across the entire project. Until we know the cause, not one unit gets handed over to the residents. Why are pages missing from these key original test records? Maybe something was missed when they were archived. But all the results passed. Results without complete records? These batches were supposed to have sealed retained samples. Mr. Shen, someone tampered with the files. This is definitely not an ordinary filing mistake. Meet me at the site. Mr. Shen, it's so late and you came all the way here yourself. This is a small matter. I could have checked it tomorrow and reported back. We cross-checked everything. The batches submitted for testing don't match the materials actually used on site, and the sealed retained samples are nowhere in the warehouse. Mr. Shen, construction sites move materials around all the time. A few batch number discrepancies are normal. Exactly. The total amount of material is all there. Things just got mixed up. Moving stock around can make sealed samples disappear? It can make the original testing records disappear too? Mr. Shen, you just took over, so you may not know all the unwritten rules yet. The West Suburb project involves a lot of people. Digging like this can create bad blood. If you make it a big issue, it won't be good for anyone. Here's a supplemental confirmation form. Sign it, and we'll handle everything else properly. The batches don't match and responsibility hasn't been established. I'm not signing this, and I'm not taking the blame for it. Mr. Shen, you're not giving the people below you any face. I only recognize evidence. If there's a problem, we keep digging until we hit the bottom. Ming Cheng, the West Suburb project is one of the group's top priorities. You shut down the whole thing without even giving us a heads up. If the schedule slips and the losses grow, can you take responsibility for that? Exactly, young Master Ming Cheng. It's good for a young man to have drive, but you can't be this reckless. You can learn from inexperience, but going beyond your authority and using the group's money as tuition, that's a very expensive lesson. That's fine. Mr. Gu, I'm not being reckless. If construction continues, people could die. These are photos I took at the West Suburb site last night. Cracked walls and water seeping through load-bearing walls. And these are the records I pulled. The batches of materials delivered to the site don't match the batches originally submitted for testing, and all the key test records are missing. The material batches don't match? If that's confirmed, the entire project could be shut down by regulators. This could just be a normal construction discrepancy. Even if there are quality complaints, under the old way we'd calm people down and make some local repairs. If we turn this into a full shutdown and investigation and word gets out, the entire project is finished. I suggest we keep this quiet and protect the handover first. And what if we can't keep it quiet? The project can move slower. We can make money later. But ordinary families emptied their savings to buy these homes. If something happens, we're destroying the rest of their lives. By the time we apologize, it'll be too late. Since you're determined to investigate the West Suburb project, launch an independent audit immediately. I want every problem inside it uncovered. Internally investigate all the way to the bottom, but you handle the situation outside. You have 3 days. Find the truth and keep the site stable. I will not allow this to spiral out of control. Can you do it? Yes. We need an answer today. Why did you stop construction? What is actually wrong with our homes? Yeah. Did you take the money and run? Let us in! Young Master Ming Cheng, there are too many people. It's too dangerous to go over there now. The first real battle has only just begun. The walls are cracked. This is what you're handing over to us? If you don't give us an answer today. Nobody is leaving! Hey, give us our money back! Mr. Shen. Everyone, quiet down. I'm Shen Ming Cheng from Zhenshan Group, and I'm currently in charge of the West Suburb project. So what if the person in charge is here? Zhenshan Group does nothing but stall. These homes have problems. We admit that. Until the reinspection results are out, no defective unit will be handed over. For families affected with nowhere to stay, the group will arrange temporary housing immediately and will put together the subsidy plan as fast as possible. Sounds nice. Once everyone leaves, you'll disappear again. Why should we believe you? If you don't believe me, tell me which building you're in, how many people are in your family, and what's most urgent right now. I'll write down every case. Today we solve the housing problem first. Mom, what's wrong? Call an ambulance! Quick, call an ambulance, make way! Secretary Joe, get the car. We're going to the hospital. Our whole family emptied 3 generations of savings for this place, for marriage and retirement, and this is what you gave us? If anything happens to my mother because of this, I will never let this go. What did the doctor say? I've already covered the medical bill. The apartment is cracked and leaking, and my mother got so upset she ended up in the ER. Mr. Shen, I only have one question now. How much else has Zhenshan Group been hiding from us? Ma'am, the group will cover all of your mother's medical expenses, including the follow-up tests. Nobody cares about your money. We emptied our savings to cover the price difference on that west suburb apartment, and we're buried in debt. Now the walls are cracking and we're afraid to live there. My child starts school next month. Is my whole family supposed to sleep on the street? I've written down every difficulty you're facing. Until the housing problems are fully investigated, we will not force anyone to accept a unit. What good is writing it down? Where do we live right now? I'll go back to the group immediately and find a solution. I promise you'll have a firm answer today. The West Suburb reinspection will take time, but residents can't be left without a place to live. I want emergency funds released immediately for temporary relocation and short-term subsidies. Mr. Shen, that doesn't follow procedure. Emergency funds require multiple levels of approval, and subsidies for hundreds of households create enormous financial pressure. Who's taking responsibility for that? If something goes wrong, I will. Ming Cheng, you're still too young. When ordinary people make a scene, they usually just want more benefits. If you rush to pay them now, you're basically admitting the group has something to hide. Listen to me. Stall them. Once they're tired of protesting, they'll eventually leave. Mr. Gu, wearing ordinary people down like they're the enemy. Is that your experience? It's for the group's interests. If we don't solve people's real problems, the group has no interest to protect. I'm approving this money today. Shen Yifei, there are still 2 truckloads that haven't been counted or logged. Get over there, don't try to slack off, now! You're new, huh? Why are you so slow? The West Suburb project? The materials for the West Suburb project were switched. If Ming Cheng finds out, no. In my situation, if I stick my nose into this and offend the wrong people, I'll lose the only job I have left. Shen, this job's been pretty rough on you, hasn't it? It's fine. It pays the bills. The West Suburb project runs deep. Don't look at what you shouldn't look at, and don't say what you shouldn't say. Keep your mouth shut and you'll get your share. But if you expose this, you won't be offending just 1 or 2 people. At the warehouse today, I saw them switching materials for the West Suburb project. He Sheng's people even came to warn me to keep quiet and said there'd be money in it for me. How much are they offering? Is that really the point? If this blows up, people are going to jail. Jail? Is your life right now that much better? The old man blocked every road for us. We have no place in the group. Are you really planning to push carts in a warehouse forever? This is a chance to turn things around, and they're handing it to us. We're already this far down. Who cares how deep the water is? Who turns down money? Mr. Shen, we've compared the testing process with residents' reports. From materials entering the site to final sign-off, every step lines up too perfectly. The cleaner it looks, the deeper the insider is buried. This isn't a simple construction mistake. Someone inside the group has been clearing the way and covering for them the whole time. Secretary Joe. Look at this. These 2 reports have exactly the same batch number. Same batch, 2 completely opposite results. They didn't just fake the data. They put the fake numbers right into the group's official archive. Now the fox is finally showing its tail. Same batch of materials tested on the same day. One report says qualified, the other says seriously below standard. And the batch numbers don't match. The passing report's number was entered later. This isn't just cutting corners on site. The entire process was falsified. Investigate everyone. From whoever submitted the samples, to whoever signed, to whoever archived the files. Work backward through the timeline. Should we report this to the chairman first? The reports alone aren't enough. We need to find out who inside the group was helping them. Dad, the West Suburb problem isn't only with the contractor. Someone in middle management inside the group has been helping cover it up. So? You want me to order a full investigation? Or do you want me to go arrest people for you? I was just reporting the situation to you first. You're supposed to be the one in charge, not someone who only runs to complain. I understand. We found it. This batch in Warehouse 3 was logged in after the test date, and the signature on the returned report was added later too. Every link connects. This was planned. Lock down this timeline, I want it airtight. You're still sitting here sighing? Shen Mingcheng is already digging into the West Suburb project. Let him investigate. I'm just a low-level employee now. What does it have to do with me? How does it not? If you sell them information on how far Shen Mingcheng has gotten and what he's planning to do next, those old connections might still buy us a way out. Are you crazy? You think my life isn't bad enough already? Bad? Other than selling information. What other option do you have left? Once I take this money, there's no going back. The deposit from Hisheng is generous. That's more like it. Were you really going to spend the rest of your life in that lousy logistics job? How embarrassing. Face reality. While the old connections still exist, take the money and turn your life around. Your big brother loves acting noble. Don't copy him. If you don't have the power, then use money and connections to make a way for yourself. What's truly pathetic is staying broke with nothing to show for it. Everything I once said to look down on Dad and my brother is now coming straight back and slapping me in the face. Mr. Shen, we don't care who Zenshin Group puts in charge. We just want to know when we're getting paid. And our apartments are still leaking. Are you people going to deal with that or not? I didn't call everyone here to make empty promises. I'm setting 3 bottom lines. First, not 1 cent of worker wages will be delayed. They'll be paid on time. Second, the group will keep covering temporary relocation costs for residents. Third, until the problems are fully investigated, not 1 defective unit will be handed over. Mr. Shen, you said it yourself. We're going to remember that. If Shen Mingcheng says it, the group stands behind it, and so do I. Yifei, you counted the deposit, right? What do you want? Everything with Mr. Gu has already been arranged. As long as you cooperate, there'll be plenty in it for you. Tomorrow night at 8, meet me at the back warehouse. And remember, bring the internal progress sheet your brother has. Don't try anything funny. He's the one who ordered the shutdown. Now wages can't be paid and homes can't be delivered, all because young Master Shen said so. Everybody, go demand your money from him. Not 1 cent will be missing, and no defective home will be handed over. Here's my promise today. First, I'll advance the money to cover any unpaid wages and stabilize things. Second, residents' temporary housing expenses will not stop for a single day. Third, any building that fails reinspection will not be delivered no matter who pressures us. That's just talk. Why should anyone believe you? I'm Shen Mingcheng. I'm standing right here and I'm not leaving. That's my guarantee. Anyone who keeps leading trouble gets no wages and gets reported to the police. This kid actually takes responsibility. Let's listen to him and clear out for now. Please look. Mr. Shen, this way. The cracks are worst on the floor above. Don't go over there. That's a blind spot and the slab is hollow. Liu Chen couldn't keep things under control. I'm starting to play hardball. Mr. Shen, they're getting desperate. Be careful. Mr. Shen, we just got an anonymous call. They want us to catch them in the act. We're going to the back warehouse tonight. Hurry! Move all those boxes of test samples out. Don't leave anything behind. What about the seal? It's in that black bag. Take it too. Mr. Gu gave the order. Everything has to be cleaned out tonight. Move faster, by tomorrow. Once Shen Mingcheng catches on, this stuff is enough to get us killed 10 times over. So they weren't just moving inventory. They're trying to bury the West Suburb mess for good. You really plan to push carts in a warehouse forever? Take the money and make yourself a way out. How much has Zenshin Group really been hiding from us? If they balance these books, Mingcheng takes the fall and those residents' homes are finished, leaving in such a hurry in the middle of the night? Secretary Zhou, detain everyone and every vehicle. Secretary Zhou, how did things go at the back warehouse? We found the fake seals and seized all the original paperwork for the defective materials. With this, we can finally match up the dirty accounts. Did they say who gave the orders? They work for Hisheng, but Hisheng never showed. Everyone we caught was low level, but someone recorded them in advance and sent me the exact location of the back warehouse too. We don't know who. The number was a virtual internet number and can't be traced. Mr. Shen, this means someone is helping you, but whoever it is still doesn't dare come forward. Pfft, what did you say? The back warehouse got raided? Secretary Zhou personally led the team. Everything was seized. Mr. Gu, what do we do now? Why are you panicking? They only caught a few errand boys under you. The fire hasn't reached us yet. Shen Mingcheng thinks a few boxes of bad materials are enough to turn this around? Dream on. Notify every director. Emergency senior management meeting first thing tomorrow. If he wants a fight, I'll make sure he can't clean up the mess. I'm going to strip him of his project authority at the meeting. Do you know how much we lose for every day construction is stopped? The residents are completely out of control now. You've dragged the project schedule into the ground. Exactly, this has become a public disaster. Mingcheng, I know you want to help the group, but you don't have the experience. All you're doing is making everything bigger and worse. Chairman, to stop the group's losses, I propose we remove Mingcheng's project authority immediately and hand the West Suburb matter back to the veteran team. They're more reliable. The chain of evidence isn't solid yet. If we show our hand too early, he'll only muddy the waters. You can take my authority, but the truth still has to come out. Of course we'll investigate. Internally, we'll investigate thoroughly. No internal investigation. What do you mean? Tomorrow's residents briefing becomes a public hearing. Don't just invite residents. Bring in the third-party inspectors, worker representatives from the site, and every senior executive sitting here. What are you trying to do? Put the test reports, material lists, and site conditions in front of everyone, item by item. Whoever is responsible will answer for it to everyone's face. Fine. If you want to make a public statement, handling it openly will give the outside world a clearer explanation. I have no objection. Arrogant idiot. Once it's public, let's see how you get yourself off that stage. Mr. Shen, tomorrow isn't an ordinary briefing anymore. I know. This is the first real battle. If I don't make it count, I'll never truly take control of the West Suburb Project. Everyone, before we begin this briefing, I need to make a statement on behalf of the group. The West Suburb Project has been shut down for days and caused an uproar across the city. Why? Because all he knows how to do is stop work, inflame conflict, and send the project completely out of control. The group's reputation and profits cannot be destroyed by an amateur. I propose we resume construction immediately and hold the responsible people accountable. Mr. Gu, that's a pretty big accusation. But the real reason the West Suburb Project got out of control wasn't my shutdown. It's that someone was trying to use rushed construction to cover up fraud. Stop making baseless accusations! It started with residents reporting cracked walls, then material batch numbers not matching, then contradictory testing reports. My people personally filmed someone moving defective materials overnight and destroying evidence at the back warehouse. That's not poor management. That's deliberate fraud. Zhenshan Group can take responsibility for fixing its mistakes, but we will not take the fall for people who falsified records and destroyed evidence. Mr. Shen is right. Our new spot check results clearly conflict with some of the reports originally submitted to the group. Yes, a while back, people really did switch materials in the middle of the night. They also forced us to rush construction overnight and patch walls in secret. So that's what happened. That only proves the lower-level staff handled things carelessly and broke procedure. Fire the contractors involved and move on. Shen Mingcheng. Don't use this as an excuse to make a bigger issue out of it. Isn't that right? The people below just messed up the process. Mr. Gu, listen to this and you'll know. Don't worry, switch whatever materials you need. Mr. Gu has already taken care of things. Nobody upstairs will investigate. I'm not here today to beg for anyone. I admit that when I was first demoted to the bottom, I did think about taking a crooked path. Hisheng approached me and tried to pull me back into the game. I almost said yes. Hefei, what nonsense are you talking about? But down there, I saw with my own eyes how those defective materials were put into the walls. If something happened, ordinary people would pay with their lives. In the end, I refused Hisheng. But I secretly kept key recordings and money trails showing how he tried to recruit me and coordinate the fraud. Together with Secretary Zhou's evidence, we now have a complete chain showing how Hisheng and Vice President Gu switched materials and paid people off. You set me up? I didn't set you up. The evidence is solid. You can't talk your way out of it. We know who's responsible now, but the West Suburb Housing Project is completely shut down. Reinspection, repairs, compensation, and temporary housing for all those families, all of it is burning cash. The group's accounts are about to buckle. I say we bring back the old fast cash model. We need to plug the funding hole first, or none of the later repairs will matter. That old model meant lowering our standards for quick money. We finally exposed the corruption, and now you want to go right back to it? Then tell me, Mr. Shen, who's going to fill a hole this big? Mingcheng? Finding the problem was only step one. This is Finance's funding gap report, along with the list of residents who need temporary housing. You chose to lift the lid. Now tell me how you're going to keep Zhenshan Group moving forward. Gu Hongzhang is down, but the real challenge is only beginning. Starting today, suspend every high-cost, low-return prestige project. Cut all unnecessary entertainment and reception expenses. Also list the group's idle luxury cars and selected non-core assets for immediate sale. Every cent we recover goes first to temporary housing for West Suburb residents, worker wages, and the repair and reinspection of the defective buildings. Mr. Shen, are you joking? Cut the prestige projects and sell the luxury cars? What will people think when word gets out? Zhenshan Group is a business. Presence and image matter. You're rejecting the group's entire old management model and publicly slapping everyone in the face. Image? The West Suburb Project is shut down. Hundreds of families have nowhere to live, workers aren't getting paid, and defective buildings are sitting right there. If we won't first pay what we owe and fix what we broke, all the grand appearances in the world are just an empty shell waiting to collapse. We're here to protect lives, not save face. Wu Feng, he's not that simple, honest man who only knew how to stand up for people anymore. Now he's carrying hundreds of families and an entire corporation on his shoulders. Dad. Bro. These are the accounts, transfer records, and information on several key contacts from when I was dealing with Hisheng and his people. Why are you bringing us this? I know I used to be a bastard. All I cared about was using connections to climb up, and I did things that hurt both of you. I'm not here today asking you to forgive me, and I'm not asking you to give me a future. I just don't want to keep holding on to this stuff as a backdoor into the same crooked life. Xing Yifei, are you out of your mind? Hey, let go of me. You handed over the last leverage we had. What are we supposed to use to make a comeback now? Thinking we could always take a shortcut back to the top? That's exactly why we fell this hard. Don't act so righteous. Go get it back right now. I'm not taking it back. Even if I'm poor for the rest of my life, I'm never using that kind of road again. Fine, if you're determined to cut off your own way out, I'm not wasting my life with you. Mr. Shen, we've verified the old account leads Yifei handed over. They really can help the group recover a substantial amount of money and close part of the funding gap. Let finance handle the accounting. Right now, the three most urgent West Suburb issues are temporary housing for residents, back pay for workers, and re-inspection and repair of defective buildings. Let's go to West Suburb. This time, we put the plan and the money in people's hands, one item at a time. Mr. Shen, does your word really count this time? Here are the keys and the first subsidy payment. The repair and re-inspection schedule and everyone responsible are posted on the wall. If you can't find anyone, call the number on the sheet and ask for me directly. It's here, they paid it. Brother, they made up all the back wages. I got it, I really got it. The chairman put him here to toughen him up, and he actually held the line. Mingcheng has stabilized the West Suburb situation. Starting today, Shen Mingcheng formally joins the group's core decision-making team. He will remain fully responsible for the remaining repairs, re-inspections, and delivery of the West Suburb project. That ordinary job I offered you, are you still going to do it? Yes. I'm not asking to come back to the group, and I'm not fighting over the inheritance anymore. Dad, I'll do the ordinary job. I just want to see whether I can still become a decent man without relying on you. Where you go from here is up to you. Proceed with the original arrangement. Yes, Chairman. Foreman, at this repair pace, we can inspect our homes again by the end of next month, right? Yes. All the materials have been replaced, and we're checking the work every day under the new standards. By the end of next month, everyone will be invited back for inspection on schedule. Finally, there's hope. I finally understand that protecting a project isn't just protecting a set of accounts. It's protecting the lives ordinary people will live afterward. Mr. Shen, the chairman asked me to give you this. Aren't we still wrapping up the West Suburb project? This is for the next phase. The chairman said you need to review it. The old Nangong factory, this is the group's next toughest problem. When do we start? Right now.